Hi guys, today I'm here with a very interesting mini gaming PC. A lot of mini PCs are called gaming PCs, but they do not really deliver good performance. But this one has finally the potential to be a decent gaming PC. Of course, not a high-end gaming PC, but it has a dedicated graphics card. It has 32 gigabytes of RAM and it has a very efficient ventilation. It comes with all the ports which we need, even supports up to 3 display ports. Comes with the latest Windows 11 Pro, so we have really everything what we need. So I'm going to show you what's in the box, how to set it up, and then how it will perform in real life with some gaming testing. And so we have the box here, pretty large box for a mini PC and also a very beautiful one. So this could be also an awesome gift. There is not much information here, but we see the configuration. It says mini PC G1, 32 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabytes of ROM. And so let's open the package and see what we really got. And we can see that it comes with a really nice protection, one of the best protections I've ever seen for a mini PC. Definitely kudos for that. And so here we have the mini PC and all the equipment. Comes also with an instructions manual how we can mount this. And then we get power supply, even a grounded cable. And we get also a full-size HDMI to HDMI cable. And so here we have this beautiful mini PC from the front. Here we have the power on. We have already a fast USB-C port here in the front. And we have USB-A 3.2 super fast. We have the microphone input, audio output. Very convenient already from the front. And on the side we have the ventilation and the screw hole here for the stand. So we can just put it here, center it here, and then use the screw to put on the mount. And in the back we can see all the remaining ports. We have the power, we have another USB-C which works as a display port. Then we have another microphone input and audio output. And we have 4 times USB-A 3.2 super fast. Then we have 2 times a 2.5 G LAN port, absolutely amazing. Then we have the standard HDMI and the display port. So we have the possibility to attach 3 monitors, one here, one here, one here, and a lot of ventilation, also ventilation here. And here's the button to open it. We just push here inside and lift it up. Just be very careful, open it slowly because there's a cable connection here for the light. But you can see we have easy access to the M2 SSD here, which is pre-installed, 512 gigabytes. If you have already your own, you can replace this one here or add a second one down here. So for example, if you have already installed your Windows system on another PC, you have everything on an M2, you can just remove it there and add it here, and you have everything already set up, the whole Windows with all the program, all your data. And here we have the access to the 2 memory slots, gigabytes. If you want to expand this, you could do that, but we have already plenty of storage here. So we close this very carefully again, just align it properly, push it to the left side, then push it down on the right side, no screwdrivers needed. And so we have everything ready with the keyboard, the mouse and the monitor connected with HDMI. And so we just push here, we see the light, very, very beautiful. Then we wait for a couple of seconds. You can see how nicely this color is cycling automatically. And so here we have the Windows setup, so you can select your language, your region, whatsoever. And so after only about 2 minutes or so, we are already on the Windows screen. I have never seen such a fast Windows setup. This is absolutely amazing how they configured this. So super easy. If you are worried about the Windows setup, this is the PC to go. I've never seen something like that. That's absolutely amazing. Of course, now it's time to connect to the internet and now go to the Windows update. This makes sure that everything is up to date, also regarding safety. So you can see there are a lot of updates possible. Download, install everything. Sometimes couple of reboots are necessary, but it will always tell you. By the way, during the system update, you can already start to download and install your apps and games or whatsoever. But I wouldn't recommend to start gaming or do some performance testing because the Windows updates in the background are consuming a lot of power. So let's go a little bit closer here and check on the system information. We can see it's a Windows 11 Pro. That's very important. I highly recommend to never buy a Windows Home Edition because it has quite some limitations. So this is exactly what you want. And then we have also confirmation about the 32 gigabytes of RAM. And we see the AMD Ryzen 5800H with the dedicated Radeon graphics card. And in the storage setting, we get confirmation about the installed storage. Of course, it's not 512 gigabytes when it's formatted and installed with the Windows already. So this is usually what we can expect. Absolutely nothing to worry. Plenty of storage for everything, and if you want more, you can install more. And here in the task manager, we can see a little bit more information about the GPU and the RAM. We can see it has 4 gigabytes of dedicated GPU memory, and we have also possibility of shared GPU memory of up to 15.7 gigabytes. That's awesome, and this only works because we have whopping 32 gigabytes of RAM installed here. And so finally we are finished with all the updates, so we can do some testing. And so for example, let's run a performance test, and what we notice here, when the whole system is running at full speed, it gets never loud. It stays very quiet all the time, so you can even keep your PC here on the desk. You don't have to hide it because it's a beautiful one. And regarding the heat, everything, all the heat is exhausted here on the top, so you don't have to be worried that it's blowing the hot air towards you, and it's actually not a lot of air. And I have noticed that the largest fan is here in the back, so don't cover this, don't put it flat on a desk or so. You have to leave a little bit of space for the air intake. And so we keep going with the performance test, and you can hear it's almost impossible to hear anything from the fan. So they have been doing an awesome job regarding the ventilation, cooling. And this is not something new from ACEMAGICIAN. I've already tested another model of them and it has been doing well. But I would say this is one of the best cooling systems I've ever seen in a mini PC. And so we are getting close to the end of this performance test, and here we get the result. And the result is absolutely phenomenal. We have a desktop performance of 102% and even a whopping 42% on the gaming performance, and even a 42 as a workstation. This is absolutely fantastic. And when we go a little bit more into the details, they are saying that the PC performance is above the expectations. This means that the whole configuration, how they have set up and configured everything, is performing very well. And so we can already see here, when we compare it to similar models like the 5600U, which is already a lot used for gaming, we have more than double the speed regarding gaming. That's pretty cool. And it's not only showing this in a performance test, it's also confirming this in real life. So I'm testing this here in the Wreckfest game. I'm running here a custom event. And what's important here is in the settings, I have it on 1080p. And the graphics are set to medium. And when I do the same test on a Ryzen 5 5600U, I get barely 30 frames. And here we are seeing already 60 frames, but do we get that really in the game itself? So let's start the game now, and we can see even in the game here we have a whopping 60 frames. It never drops below or barely. Yeah, it is absolutely steady at 60 frames. You can see absolutely awesome graphics. So this is phenomenal. Huge speed increase, for example, compared to a 5600U. This is total different level of gaming. or even more impressive here on PUBG Battlegrounds. Here we are in the preparation test of the Battlegrounds, and you can see a whopping 180 to 190 frames per second, and we are in the full 1080p with medium settings, and still 180 to 190 frames per second. You can see how smooth this is running, and I've tested this already with many PCs which haven't been able to run this or have been below 30 frames per second, and here we have more than 180 frames per second. But of course we cannot do only very performant gaming, we can also use this for any kind of office if you need that, and of course we can also browse very fast. I have opened 12 random websites. You can see how fast we can switch between these websites and go up and down super fast without any slight lags here. That's absolutely phenomenal what we can do, so super fast everywhere. That's crazy. And of course we can also watch full size 4K videos. You can see we are on 4K and it's absolutely fantastic, phenomenal. Zero lags, absolutely nothing to see, absolutely perfect image, perfect quality. And some important information: if you are interested in USB-C to C connection for the video, for the monitor, I have disconnected the HDMI and connected the USB-C down here with the USB-C on this monitor, and as you can see it works exactly the same as HDMI. Just make sure that you're using a USB-C to USB-C cable which is capable to transport video signals. Not every type of USB-C to USB-C can do that. And again, it's not only very powerful, it's also very quiet. Here, for example, in this video there is absolutely nothing to hear, zero sound from the fan. That's, for example, fantastic if you want to use it for streaming like here. And so we can see the dedicated graphics card and the built-in 32 gigabytes of RAM together with the fast CPU pay definitely off. They are working absolutely awesome together, the best mini PC which I've ever tested so far, and so can give you full recommendation. And so if you're interested, I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description so you can check it out and order it right from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below. I'm always happy to talk about these things, and if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, see you next time.